Ladies and gentlemen, I've just gotten off the phone with Lexter's sister, and I can confirm as of 2:13 this afternoon, he died or passed away peacefully in his home in Florida. Um, I don't really know what else I meant to say. I debated whether or not I should do this stream at all, but I've ultimately chosen to go ahead. And I just want to take a moment to say that, despite our differences, he was a great friend of mine. We had a lot of fun together. We had a lot of trying times together, but ultimately, what can I say? I'm really gonna miss him, and he taught me a lot. So I can't really put it any other way. I know this may be a shock to the greater watch community, but I can't really put it any way. And I felt that it was appropriate that I would deliver the news. And yep. So Dr. Bob and Jax are also doing a tribute stream for Lexter on his channel over on Doc's Report, so you can check that out if you want. They're just as devastated as I am. And, you know, again, I'm starting to question whether or not I should have done the stream at all, but here we are. And I will be delivering a full eulogy later on. And there's a lot of questions that do need to be asked over his passing. And I do know that this is a lot to take in. In many ways, he was a father to me. And I know that he was a father to many figures in the watch community. He was able to provide a place that he was able to to open up a streaming community where people that were bullied, treated very poorly, where they could go to and do their own stream free of any type of persecution. So, and he offered me the opportunity to stream for him, and in many ways, I regret not taking it up. What will become of the Doc's Reports channel, I don't know. And if you were affected, if you wanted to say something about who he was, how he treated you, or how well he treated you, you will be given the chance to jump on the stream and have your say. I can't. I don't want to make this about me, but I am really tilted over this. This is all just. This is all so sudden, and I think this might be an unusually short stream today. I just wanted to jump on and share the news. But for what it's worth, my understanding is I was on the phone with her, and it was peaceful and it was very quick. He just rapidly declined very quickly, and that was that. So I'm not really sure what else to say. My understanding, well, I've just answered that, but it was this was peaceful, relatively peaceful. It was very quick, and he did not suffer at all. And this is no, what can I really say? What can I really say? It's just it's a very upsetting day, indeed. And I'll be delivering a full eulogy, and we'll be going on over his full life in detail. And for those that don't know, Lexter had a very troubled childhood, but in the end, he was able to really persevere. And in the end, he did very well for himself, as he liked to tell everyone. He had it all. He had the car. He had the beautiful, the house and the golf course. It was a very special thing to have had. And if you don't mind, I'd like to deliver a quick eulogy, or just a quick or more of a biography of who he was, how he acted, and just a bit of a life story, if you don't mind. So this might take a minute, but let's hear it out. Lexter was born in the soot-blackened back streets of Gateshead, County Durham, in the spring of 1949. The third of 5 children to a chronically unemployed shipyard welder and a mother who cleaned offices at night until her hands cracked and bled. The family lived in a 2-up, 2-down terrace house that smelled permanently of damp coal and boiled cabbage. Hot water was a Sunday luxury. Most winters, the pipes froze solid. His father drank the little money that came in and disappeared for days at a time. When he was home, the belt came out, and for almost any reason, or no reason at all. Lexter's earliest memory, he later told a social worker, was hiding under the kitchen table at age 4, whilst his older brother took the punches for him. By 7, he had learned to read. He had learned to read the mood of the room and the way that other children learn to read comics. School was no refuge to him. Thin, pale, and quiet, he was an easy target. Teachers wrote withdrawn and lacking concentration on his report cards, as they knew his parents would never see them. He left school at age 15 with nothing but a reputation for never crying when beaten and a habit of staring at the ground. For 2 years, he drifted between dead-end labouring jobs, shoveling coal, breaking concrete, sweeping factory floors, until at 17 he lied about his age and got taken on as a conductor of the Newcastle Corporation buses. He was a bus driver. The money was poor, but regular, and the uniform gave him something to wear that wasn't patched hand-me-downs. In 1971, aged 22, he passed his PSV test and moved into the driver's seat of a Leyland Atlantan on the 41 route between Gateshead and Whitney Bay. For the next 14 years, he drove double-deckers through rain, snow, strikes, and a slow death of heavy-duty industry around him. Passengers remember him as distant. He spoke only when spoken to and never raised his voice, even when drunks tried to start trouble. He kept a small notebook in the cab where he wrote down odd things he overheard, phrases, arguments, the way people said goodbye, and nobody ever did. In 1985, the route was cut back. The shifts dried up, and Lexter was made redundant, along with half the depot. He never drove professionally again. For the rest of his working life, he took whatever cash-in-hand jobs came along. Night security at a cash and carry. He was a forklift driver in a frozen food warehouse. Eventually a part-time caretaker at a primary school not far from where he grew up. He lived alone at the golf course, and he overlooked the same river his father once helped build ships for. Lexter never married. He never had children. He kept to himself. He fed 2 stray cats that waited outside his door each evening and read library books, mostly history and about places he would never see. In his late 60s, he began writing short stories, spare sentences in his cheap spiral notebooks. After his death, a niece clearing the place found over 40 of them. They were not quite poems, not quite stories either, just fragments of the stories of which he overheard. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that is a brief summary of the type of person Lexter was, or the life that he lived. And at this point in time, I'm going to be opening up the panel to if anyone wanted to jump on and share some of the stories they had with them, some of the positive and fun moments, of which I know there are many. And I'll just leave it at that. So again, I remind you that I believe Jackson and Dr. Bob are streaming their tribute show over on Doc's Reports, which all of you are free to join at any point in time. I don't mind. In fact, you should really go over there and see what's going on. I think we've really got to ask ourselves, and I'm going to start asking questions, does his death have anything to do with the 5 to 6 vaccines he took in the time before his death? I'm just asking the question. It's not exactly a comfortable topic to discuss, but I'll talk about it because I want to get to the bottom of this just as much as you guys do, I have no doubt. Again, I questioned if I should have done this stream at all. It's not exactly the most comfortable topic to talk about, but I will reconfirm that as of this morning, I did hear from, or as of this afternoon, I did hear from Lexter's sister, and he has unfortunately passed away at this time from peaceful causes overnight. It was a very quick, very sharp decline, and that's really it. That's his story. But his story really did end on a good note, where he shared stories. He opened up a streaming community for those that were disenfranchised, those that were treated poorly. And we've got to ask ourselves the ultimate question, who will step in his shoes? Because they were big shoes to fill. Many will try, but personally, my vote will have to go, who is his successor? And personally, I will have to say that is none other than Morty, someone that really understands the community framework, someone that is able to provide a shelter for those that are disenfranchised, and in many ways is also a very, very good friend of many in the community. So I think I'm going to leave it at that, everyone. I think this is just going to be a very short stream, and I think that's that. So I think we'll go for 20 minutes today, and I will drop the link one more time if anyone wanted to say anything. And I guess that's that. So I just want to close by stating that he was a terrific friend of mine. We shared a lot of fun stories together. We had a lot of fun. We had a lot of maybe 1 or 2 conflicts, but that's really it. And there's not really much else I can say on this particular topic. It is going to take a long time to heal, and ultimately, it is what it is. So, without further ado, I think I'm just going to end the stream. I'll just read. I heard docs went peacefully. One of the Claymore mines. I'm not reading that. It's a disgraceful comment, and I will not be reading that at all. And I guess that's it for today. And I just hope everyone has a good day. And that's all I can really say. So if anyone did want to pop on and have their moment to express their views, to express how they feel about Lexter's passing, hello, Marcelo. Just another viewer that's not really sure what's going on. I see a few more. I see there's 28 people here. I'm just going to remind you. I know I'm repeating this, but I do want to make sure that this news is loud and clear. Yep, that's okay, Marcel. I'm sorry to hear about it too. I heard it straight from his sister, and Lexter has passed away. So again, that's it for me. Not much else I can say. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Hello, Dr. Bob. I'm sorry about this.
It comes as a shock to me. I had no idea. I don't know what to say. I know Lex didn't have any kids, so I don't know who to send my my condolences to. I guess you and Jax would be most appropriate, huh?
Well, Jax was someone that was very close to Lexter, and I'm sure he's taking it pretty hard at the moment. Yeah, I mean, he was just someone that was he treated me very well, and I know he was someone that treated you very well.
This was
Hey, brothers.
Hello.
How's it
We're
going,
back.
brothers?
Hey, man, how are you?
Hey,
Good
I got
evening.
your message. That came as soon as I can. Basically, I did a little bit of preparation. I know he wanted to have at his ceremony the Madison Square Garden freestyle by Tupac and Biggie Smalls. So I'm ready to start whenever you are.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to go ahead whenever you want.
I got 7 Mac 11s, about 8 38s, 9 9 10 Mac 10s. The shits never end. You can't touch my riches, even if you had MC Hammer and the 357 bitches. Biggie Smalls, the millionaire, the mansion, the yacht, the 2 weed spot, the 2 hot Glocks. That's how I got the weed spot. I shot Dread in the head, took the bread and the lamb spread. Little Gotti got the shotty to your body, so don't resist, or you might miss Christmas. I tote guns, I make number runs. I give MCs the runs dripping. When I throw my clip in, the AK, I spray from far away. Everybody hit the DECK. My slow flow's remarkable. Peace to Mateo. Now we smoke weed like 20 Montana sniff the yayo. That's crazy blunts. Mad Elder with excels from the avenues to jail cells. Oh my God, I'm dropping shit like a pigeon. Hope you're listening. Smacking babies at the christening. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I think Lexter would be very proud of that. It's not an easy thing to do.
I wanted
perform.
to honor him.
Yeah. Well, he has been honoured in many ways, and I'm very thankful that you popped on to sing that.
And thank you for doing this for him.
Yeah, I know it's a very depressing stream. I know it's not exactly the most, I shouldn't even say, but not the most fun topic to discuss, but it is what it is. And we've just got to do our best to deal with that throughout today.
It's a tragedy. It's a tragedy.
Yeah, and it's just a point. It's just a moment we realize that people deal with grief in different ways. Some people are shocked by it. Some people, they act differently.
Like it's Erica Kirk, right? People deal with it different.
Sure, I understand that.
It might be because the Fort Huachuca Psychological Operations Department was doing a hologram of him, but who knows? It could be a fake thing. Who knows? Maybe that's why she's not upset. But people grieve differently.
It's natural to feel angry at first, and then later 100%. On, disbelief.
Marcelo, are you in disbelief over the news?
I mean, at the beginning a little bit, but of course I believe you. So if knowing that this is true, this is of course a very sad thing. Memories of dogs is look. I mean, we go back nearly. I think 5 years ago, right? 4 or 5 years ago when he first appeared.
Marcelo, Green Room is actually having on his Cash App, he's actually donating flowers to the ceremony that's actually going to take place in person. If you wanted to forward him $50, he's going to buy flowers on your behalf.
I didn't want to make a big deal about that, but that is true. I am arranging some.
Sure, I'm going to see what I can do. I mean, of course. I mean, this
$25. It's not a big deal.
I understand.
Whatever that is in yen. Whatever that is in yen.
I know that Docs had you blocked on the channel, Marcelo, but in private,
he used to.
He loved you like a son. Really, he did.
Well, he loved all of us like children. Really, we were in many ways. I am going to say it, in many ways we were his children.
He was fond of children, it seemed.
Look, I think he even. You know what? I even going to say that I think he even loved the. Tim Bright, even so that he used to go after him a lot, and I think he wanted to basically, like a father that is worried or something like that, like somebody that wanted to teach a lesson or something, right?
Yeah, I believe that's true. Welcome to you. I don't think you knew who Lexter was, but he was someone that was very fond of most of us, and it's a very.
Yeah, I heard, and this is awful. This is actually really bad. I'm sorry.
He was a big fan of Biggie Smalls.
Awesome.
Yeah, he was big into the underground rap scene.
Florida rap scene. Yeah, he loved 2 Live Crew was one of his favorites.
He said drill wasn't his favorite, but he loved that song. What's it called? Back in Blood or something from Chicago. I forget what it's called. Back in Blood. You know how it goes. I'm gonna get you back in blood. Whatever. How I forget.
There is a little bit of Lexter in all of us. I agree. And what else am I meant to? It's been a tough day for most of us. I'm not exactly feeling the best, but I know I am your host. I'm meant to be all bright and everything, but
By the
not
way,
today.
I don't know if this is a ironic question, but now that that he did pass away, would that be doxing if it will be revealed his true face or identity, or this still need to be kept
It's
secret?
kind
I
of
don't know.
it's not a big deal, It's not what we're thinking about at the moment.
I think
Right.
they're gonna have an open casket, so it'll be revealed.
Yeah, it's
You
not
know,
going to be pretty.
you never know
Look,
when any of us are gonna go. Marcelo almost died yesterday. He was in a bus that rolled
Yes,
over
man, I
in
have.
Vietnam.
Yeah. Yes, I have videos, and I'm going to share with you guys. This is so ridiculous. I mean, the bus actually missed the corner, and he whole tint in the side. I'm still bleeding in my right hand, basically. It's
Oh, he
crazy.
made you bleed, eh?
But yeah, because of the
Oh,
glass. They snapped the glass
oh,
of the bus on our window. A lot of glass actually dropped on mommy, but mommy's okay.
oh. Was the driver Filipino or Korean?
Of course.
Yeah, fuck those
Filipino, of
guys,
course.
eh? Japanese know, like they're inferior as fuck.
Yes.
They
And
come over and they're fucking garbage.
you want to hear the ironic part? I mean, after the bus tilt, and after everybody got basically saved,
So it was
nobody
Korean? It
died.
was a Korean bus driver?
No, it was Filipino, but the ironic
Yeah.
thing
See,
was that
I called it.
yeah, but listen, the ironic thing was that when we got a new bus, he
Fucking.
still was the same driver. We all
Oh,
got like,
yeah.
fuck, you
You
guys
know
are
why?
kidding us.
Marcelo? You know why, Marcelo?
Uh,
Because in Japan, he deferred with honor. He bowed and he deferred with honor. And because they're close knit, every organization, every company, they stay for their whole lives. They stay in their whole organization their whole lives. So they're very
no,
loyal.
this is
It's a
in
seniority.
Vietnam. This is
So
here
they
in
let them go,
Vietnam. Yeah, it's here in Vietnam, not Japan, Vietnam.
Oh, you're in Vietnam. Oh, I thought you were
Yeah.
in Japan. I was like, yeah.
So,
No,
ladies
the
and
guy
gentlemen,
here.
it really just does go to show that at any point any of us can go.
Mm-hmm.
There's no guarantee that we're going to wake up tomorrow. And Lexter, unfortunately, did not get the opportunity to wake up tomorrow or today or this morning or this afternoon. So I really just wanted to drag the conversation back to how Lexter has unfortunately passed away. And I do want to remind that there is, in fact, a little bit of Lexter in all of us. Hello, JR VIP Pass. Welcome.
Hey, Green Room. I just want to say, I really like what you've done with your hair. Are you growing it out?
I never know what I'm doing with my hair, but I think there was a phase where I had it very short, and I think I've totally passed that phase. I think I do prefer it a bit longer, but it's hard to
I
tell.
look like Paul was.
I think you should grow it out. I've got a man bun, and I look pretty cool. You know this?
Fuck, you have a man bun? Oh, fuck.
I don't think.
Sorry,
I would
who
go
are
that
you?
far.
Sorry, who's this guy?
Are you a Spartan? Are you a Spartan warrior or are you a hipster? Those are the two options you have right there. You're either a Jack 300 Spartan warrior or you're a hipster. In either case, you have to explain yourself.
No, I don't answer questions. I'm inherently wealthy, so I don't fit into any of those categories.
You're not inherently wealthy yet. You just wait.
But I'm waiting for him to die. Shut the fuck up, Bob.
His predecessors worked hard for him.
Yeah, that's right.
There you go.
That's right. So does anybody know who my picture is?
It's Paul Way.
No, I was going to ask.
What do you think of that?
I love to put people on the spot. So listen, Tia, if I was to grow a man bun, do you think it would improve my looks or make me look like a complete fuckwit?
Please don't.
It depends on how jacked you are. Like if you can throw a spear and make it go like horizontal straight into a Persian, then you can wear one, you know?
Hey, Greenwood, just one question. The guy that's speaking, is that Uzi's retarded brother? Who is this guy?
I am actually using.
Let's ask him.
brother.
Are you hold on, Lexter 1951 to 2026? Are you Uzi's retarded brother? I just asked you a question. Yeah, he clearly is retarded.
Uzi has a brother, but Uzi is the retarded brother.
No, I think this guy's the retarded one. He's got his hood up inside a house. What the fuck?
Buddy, are you
In a
smoking crack,
house.
bro?
Actually, having seen your hair, put your hood back up. Put your hood back up.
Why are you afraid?
Put your
fucking man bun, you fucking queer.
Put your hood back up. You look better with the hood up.
Yeah,
Put the hood back up. You're starting to freak me out here, big boy. Put your hood back up.
I'm gonna throw up a fucking Nazi salute in a moment. Fucking faggot.
Why would you do that? Why would you throw up a Nazi salute?
I'm gonna discriminate against you, and I'm gonna deport your ass from Britain. We're done with you guys.
But-
We're done.
But
We're done.
I'm not even Jewish.
No, we like Israel. We're gonna deport you though.
Isn't that right, Marcel?
But-
We love Israel.
But you want to throw a Nazi sign up? I see. Okay.
That's how it
Hello,
rolls.
Morty.
Nice.
Hello, Morty. Hello. Now, Morty, I think Morty's just arrived, but I think he's missed the bad news, which I believe is evident on stream. I gave my big eulogy earlier, and I feel as if, as a panel, we're drifting off topic rapidly from the main theme of today's show. And it's not a theme; it's just the news. Lexter has unfortunately passed away. If you're just joining, Lexter's sister called me early this afternoon to reveal that he did in fact pass away from natural causes at 2:13 this morning. And it's.
But by the way, how really old was Dexter?
71.
Oh, goodness.
It's very young.
Are you
actually,
Green Room? Are you joking? Are you joking,
No.
Green Room, or not?
No. If you
This
go on
is
Dr.
alright.
Bob's channel right now, Dr. Bob and Jax are doing their tribute stream, which is starting momentarily, I assume. Isn't that right?
It's more of a celebration of life.
Celebration of life. That's a better way of putting it.
Yeah, that's a better way.
Yeah, I think so.
Bob, what's going on regarding now Doc's channel and the keys, and so it's like temporarily open because you guys going to
Well,
run it?
I had signed a non-disclosure agreement, but it's been announced today already. The post went up that in about 30 hours, the Jax and Bob show will continue at the regular time on the franchise club.
Yes, and sorry, listen, Nick, I've just had to mute you because there's a bit of background sound. Don't take it personally, as I would do it to anyone else.
That's okay.
Hello, Lexter. How are you?
No, I'm Lex's boyfriend.
Oh, sorry.
And it's
Hello, Lex's boyfriend. How are you taking this? How are you coping? Are you sure you're not Lex's brother? What do you make of today's unfortunate
No, I'm
news?
very sad. I'm very sad. This is horrible news. I was with Lexter on his final hours. We held hands. I snuggled with him, and he went peacefully. Thank you for doing
Yeah, it
this.
was
Green Room.
peaceful.
This is very nice. He spoke.
Were you the
well,
front
He
spoon or
spoke
the
very
back
fondly
spoon?
of you.
It certainly doesn't feel very nice to have had to have been the person that delivered this news, and did not feel nice to receive that strange email with that picture you sent me, but whatever. Anyway, let's move on. Yes. He is fantastic, intelligent, funny, and
he
avant-garde. That's why I'm going to miss him. Sorry, what was that, Lex's boyfriend?
He spoke very fondly of you. Like he almost obsessed over you, but he really loved you, Green Room. Really loved you, if you know what I mean.
Well, I know he did, and many of his towards the end, I think it was fair to say that maybe things got a bit out of control. A lot of the pictures of me in strange outfits, Vietnam. In one episode, I appeared as a Vietnam veteran. In another episode, I appeared as a character from Alice in Wonderland. I was in American Graffiti. I was Forrest Gump. I was. There's a few other ones I'm forgetting, but he definitely did have a particular interest in me. He had a real interest in photoshopping me in various images. Some of them were questionable. And but that's okay because that's who he was, and he didn't shy away from having his own humor. He had his own style, and he had his own way of doing things, which
Our memories. Sweet.
He was
Memories.
on
he was on opiates and Adderall at the end there, and it helped him be creative.
Yeah, and don't forget morphine. Towards the end, he had. I shouldn't say this, but they basically pumped him full of it because the pain was so bad. I shouldn't have said that, but he really, to be absolutely frank, he suffered.
Would it be fair to say, Green Room, that he loved you every day, but in his imagination?
Well, there were times where he tried to extend his imagination into reality. There were many strategies and tactics that he used to get a hold of me, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. And it was what it was. So, guys, I'm thinking about having a very short stream today. I just want to jump on to give the news. We'll just for the last time, I think we'll do. I was only intending to do 20 minutes, so I just wanted to announce it. But I will give the chance to anyone that wants to pop on to have their last and final say before we move on to tomorrow's topic. If you want to have any final condolences, anything you want to mention about Lexter, and if you're watching this, if you're one of the vast majority of viewers that watch this after the stream actually ends, which I've kind of discovered lately, which is kind of the unusual thing about my channel, most people watch afterwards, and that's fine. That's not a complaint. It's just an observation. Feel free to leave a comment of your favorite Lexter memories, what they were. And my hair is getting a bit out of control, isn't it? So, I thought Morty, a very close friend of Lexter, they're always they're almost inseparable, those two. I think Morty doesn't want to join, and I don't blame him. I think he's in his own world, to be honest, and I don't. It's just tough news for anyone.
Maybe it's because I'm on. Look, if they want, they can jump off, and then maybe.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe you never know who hates me or who will love me in this community lately.
Try not to let it put a damper on your vacation, Marcelo. Mommy wants to have fun. Maybe don't tell her maybe till she gets back home.
Yeah, that's a good point. Just leave it for today, and maybe I shouldn't have told anyone. Maybe I should have just left it for the family. But I just had to.
Okay, so I'm going to drop off. Maybe somebody else wants to jump on. So let me try that. Green Room Bob, guys, thank you so much for letting me on. And yeah, let's talk later. Cheers, guys.
All right, see you later, Marcelo. Thank you for hopping on. Now, Aaron, if you want to jump on, the link is there. As is anyone welcome to. I will seriously probably wrap this up at the 40-minute mark in all seriousness. Just a quick stream today. And by the way, I was very sick over the past 2 weeks, in case anyone was wondering where I was. I don't intend to be leaving the community for over 2 weeks next time, or this time, or whatever. I was badly sick. I got the flu, but today's episode is not about me and my health. This is more about Lexter and his never-ending range of problems, which in the end ultimately took him away from us, which is something that I'm really finding tough to stomach. Nick, now that you've had a little bit more time to process this news, was there anything else you wanted to tell us?
I don't know. We could shift to a different topic if you wanted to deal with some other stuff on the stream.
Was there any other news going on in the community that you wanted to mention?
Well, there's the Epstein files.
Yep. I'll jump on, Green Room. I'll cheer you up with some good old-fashioned rap lyrics if I have time. I promise. Thank you, Aaron. That would, that would be good. Listen, guys, I think I'm just going to end it today. I think I'm just going to end it.
Bill Gates was in the files.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really. I'm always confused with this Epstein story. I find it's every day there's news involving it with it, and it's very hard.
You know what it's about, right? You know what it's about.
Kind of. Would you like to tell us?
Want me to give you a brief summary, if that's okay?
Sure.
Well, basically, since ancient times, there were societies that had oligarchic establishments that were self-serving, separate from their own people, and they had empires like Rome. So the oligarchy would dominate, and then would assassinate the people who would have dictators who would have political establishment control, because the oligarchy would control everything. So basically, they had a mystery religion that would worship nonsense and disgusting rituals, and that was what the Praetorian Guard adhered to. So the Praetorian Guard were the guards, and they would be the security detail for generals, merchant oligarchs, politicians, So the Praetorian Guard would have this mystery religion. They would work for the top of the oligarchs. And Rome would be very poor because they would pillage their own people. It'd be like a slum. Rome, the city, would be like a slum, oligarch controlled. So this system collapses because the oligarchs drain it. And then they move to Venice and they foster the same exact system. So Venice has these mystery religions. It becomes its intelligence apparatus. And it's linked to also the Greek cult of the Oracle of Delphi. So the Oracle was this girl they would drug up and they would give them prophecies, but all these people would go there to give money and ask for advice, and then the oracles, like the people that controlled the temple, would be able to control everyone in like the wider Athenian Empire. So this is how the Venetians ran the trade routes all over the Mediterranean, and they had a deal with the Mongols. They were the only country able to trade with the Mongols, and they took Kabbalah from the Middle East and they brought it over. So there was a Jewish diaspora civilization, and they turned a whole bunch of them into kind of, same thing as their Praetorian Guard intelligence apparatus, people that behaved degenerately and would be self-serving, like the oligarchy. So they would serve the oligarchy because they were self-serving, just like the oligarchy. So that system then moved to the Netherlands, and then it moved to England, and they founded the East India Trading Company, and they founded the Bank of England. And from there, we have the British Empire, the most powerful in the world. And turns out, get this is not even a fake thing. They fostered the French Revolution, the Communist Revolution in Russia, the Bolshevik Revolution, and they fostered the rise of Nazism. They fostered the Great Depression in the 1929-1930 period. When that failed because FDR didn't want to go into their Great Reset, they tried to do a fascist revolution in the United States. It was called the business plot, the business coup. They tried to get Smedley Butler, the